Hi, I'm Lee, and I'm here to show you a very short mobility sequence working through all the major joints in your body, shoulders, hips, and the like. I use this type of sequence as a warm-up for a bigger workout if I'm going to go for a run or lift weights. I also use it as a stress reliever before I go to bed, or sometimes simply when I have a moment I know I need to move and I'm not that motivated to work too hard. It always makes me feel better in the end. So hopefully it will do the same for you. We're going to come down to our knees to start. Let the tops of your feet stay on the ground. Put your hands together and let's rotate through the wrists, kind of heating up your forearm muscles and opening up your wrists. If you've spent a lot of time on the computer recently, which a lot of us have, this is an excellent exercise to help prevent carpal tunnel. And now we're going to make a little wave with our wrists as well. Try to keep those elbows in close and go the other way. Don't think too much about it. Amazing. And now shake that out. So anytime we're on all fours today, the best thing to do is to push your hands through the ground like you're trying to make a handprint in wet sand. But if you have wrist issues and that is too painful for you, you can do any of the things we're doing on all fours on the flat of your fist with a nice neutral wrist as well, just so you know. So starting up, you're gonna exhale, fold down through your hips, bring your head to the floor, inhale, rise up and just bring the oxygen into your body. And exhale, fold. Inhale up. And let's do that one more time. Exhale, fold. Inhale up. And float the hands right in front of your shoulders. I'm going to turn sideways for you to view this. You're going to pull your shoulder blades apart. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Pull them apart, so opening up the back and then turning on all your postural muscles. And one more time, pull them apart and squeeze them together. Drop your arms and roll your shoulders. Couple more big rolls, opening up the chest, opening up the front of the shoulders now. One more time. And beautiful. Coming down to all fours. Your knees are directly underneath your hips. Your hands are lined up with your shoulders. Press your hands into the ground, corkscrew your upper arm up into your shoulder joint. So you're nice and supported through those arms. Inhale. As you exhale, tuck the tailbone under and round the back. So we're now just making that movement we were doing kneeling a little bit bigger. Inhale and extend the spine. Again, showing you a little side view. Exhale, round. Inhale, extend, and one more time. Exhale, round. Inhale, find neutral. Neutral just means, what do I look like when I'm standing in my best posture? Ears over the shoulders, shoulders over the hips. Spreading your knees wide, bringing your feet together, sink your hips back against your heels, reach your hands forward, inhale and shift your shoulders over your fingertips, exhale and rock your hips back to your heels. So this is a hip rock. You're going to feel your hips, your knees, you're going to feel your shoulders and your wrists, and you're going to feel all the muscles around those joints starting to heat up. Use your breath wisely. And let's do one more hip rock. And come center, bring your knees back in. Slide your hand underneath your armpit. Come to laying on the back of your shoulder. And coming back up. So we're not going to hold these for too long. And two more times. Threading the needle. Feel the upper back starting to open up. And threading the needle. And come back up to your knees. We're going to do all those things one more time. So, down you go, fold. This time as you inhale up, keep your hips still and try to rotate to one side. And down. Inhale up. And down. Rotate, squeeze your glutes so the hips stay steady. And one more time. And inhale up. Stay up. Bring the body center and slide the arms up. Shrug your shoulders. Exhale the shoulders down away from your ears. One more time. Shrug your shoulders. Exhale the shoulders down away from your ears. Coming back into that all fours position. Pressing your hands into the floor. Corkscrewing your upper arm into your shoulder joint. Inhale. Exhale, round your back. Inhale, extend your spine. And 3 more times, exhale, round. Inhale, extend. You should feel each movement getting just a little bit bigger now as your joints start to lube up a little bit. And extend. And one more time, exhale, round. Come to neutral. Take your knees wide, pull your feet together, rocking back, and shifting your hands forward. See if you can open up a little bit more towards the front of your mat this time. And 2 more. And 1 more hip rock. We're going to rotate a little differently. Bring the knees underneath your hips again. Take your right hand and push it into the ground. Take your left hand to the back of your head. Touch your elbow to your wrist. And push your right hand into the floor as you open up. And 3 more times. Really mobilizing through your upper back. 2 more times. Keep sending energy through your right hand to the floor. And 1 more time. And switch sides. Sending energy down through your left hand, right hand on the back of your head, touch through your wrist, and come up. Nice and slow and steady. And 2 more times. The last one. And let's come up to your knees. Focusing a little bit on the front of your hip now. Take your left leg forward. You want your ankle to be a little bit forward of your knee. You're going to squeeze your glute and shift your hips forward till you feel tension here. So if I turn sideways, you're going to notice it's not a very big move. It's really because I've tightened my glutes. So I'm going to squeeze and shift. One hand here, squeeze and shift to lengthen a little bit more, reaching across my body. And shift. And let's do 1 more like this. Get rid of that desk sitting in a chair all day tightness. Take your foot to the corner. Come on down to the ground, and you're going to rock your knee toward your second and third toe. Keep the foot firmly on the floor. And feel the hamstring saying, ah. 1 more time. And bring that knee down and put the other leg forward. So again, it's coming from squeezing the glutes. Going to put a little tension this way here and release. So we're going to do 4 with an extended reach over and use your breath out right here. And 2 more. And 1 more. Beautiful. Take the foot to the corner, hinge over, hands on the floor, and shift toward your toes. Keep that foot flat on the floor. I know you can't really see that, so you're just going to have to guess that. 2 more. And 1 more. Beautiful. And bring that knee back down. Tuck your toes under. Let me back up so you can see that a little bit. And then pick your knees slightly up off the floor and press back into your big toe joint. And everything kind of starts with your feet. Rock forward and back for a second. You can rock the ankles side to side a little bit, opening up your big toe joint, which helps mobilize you through your ankles. Release the feet, back of the feet on the floor. Bring your hands forward, tuck your toes again, and shift into a downward facing dog. Hips are up, chest is reaching back. As you inhale, slide into plank. A little bit of work, I know, I'm sorry. And as you exhale, push back into downward dog. And let's do that 3 more times and enjoy the openness that happens in the backs of your legs as you come into down dog. And enjoy the strength you are feeling through your shoulders and upper body as you come into plank. And let's do 1 more time. And hold for 3, 2, tighten your legs, and now walk your hands into your feet. Hands can be on your shins, or hands can be on the floor, you choose. And you're gonna bend your knees, drop your hips, exhale, take your tailbone toward the ceiling. Bend your knees, tailbone up. Bend your knees, stay there. Put your hands on your thighs. As you exhale, send energy through your feet into the ground and begin to round up vertebra by vertebra. Head floating up to the ceiling. Last. And one last thing to do. Give me a deep breath in. Put tension in your upper body. And as you exhale, allow all that tension to melt. And you're either ready to work out or you're nice and relaxed and ready to move on to the next part of your day. Thank you so much for taking your time with me.